Hey everyone, I'm going to go through each card individually, and then I'm going to give you the overall meaning of everything together. This is what the month of teen has in store for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The underlying energy for the month is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about self-care, creating financial independence, nurturing yourself on a personal level. This could be working home out of balance, inner conflict when it comes to balancing work and personal priorities. You can't do it all. Seek additional help if you need to. Make new arrangements. This could also be an earth sign, which would be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And with it reversed like this can talk about self-absorption or smothering. Someone who could be very practical. Next, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. This is a lack of direction, conflict, procrastination. Stop wasting your time on ideas that don't go anywhere. They're not going to lead to anything. This can also talk about feeling stirrings of something new emerging within you, but you don't know how to turn it into action. Don't force it, though. This is also talking about setbacks or obstacles causing lack of motivation and indecisiveness about the path forward, limiting beliefs and inner fear getting in your way. Next, we have the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is an earth energy, so this could again be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This could be male or female. This could be an older person. They're very reliable, stable, they're more structured, they're dependable, things like that. This talks about abundance and security. This talks about making vision into reality, and it's often lucrative. This is about discipline and control. You need those things to manage wealth or to manage your investments wisely. This could also be a father figure who provides guidance and wisdom. You need a plan of attack. Sometimes it's like, it can talk about that, like if you're doing things, you need to come up with plans. And you need to gather your resources to be able to manifest your goals. And if you do things, it needs to be methodical. And it talks about continuing down a path rather than coming up with new ways of doing something. It's about the tried and true methods. Next, we have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands talks about exhaustion, grit, perseverance, pulling reserves for that final push. Don't give up. You have to endure that last test. Next, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is teamwork, collaboration, building success through effort, realizing you have the skills and so do other people, and the resources to accomplish your goal. This is also talking about having pride in your work. You will soon be rewarded for your efforts, if it deals around finance. This also marks initial stages of implementation. You're nowhere near the finish line, though. But this could also talk about project management could pay off for you. Next, we have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card talks about reflection, awakening, renewal, karma, purging, finding your absolution. You're being called to a higher level of consciousness. This is also about karmic leveling up. Next, we have the Death card. And the Death card is an end of a cycle, a transformation, a new beginning, change. You got to close one door to open the next. Let go of unhealthy attachments. Embrace. And usually it comes unexpected. Can be, not always, but it can be unexpected. Next, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And the Ace of Cups in reverse can talk about emotional loss or blocked creativity. It could be the gifts of the cups are being wasted. This could also be like emotional pain or instability, like something has not worked out. And it's caused some type of emotional pain. This also talks about self-love because when it's up like this, it could be love from other people or feeling love, but this could also be you need to practice more self-love for yourself. This also talks about repressed emotions. You need to explore this part of yourself. And it's the priority right now. And it needs to be done privately. It's something that you need to deal with yourself. Next is a connection to intuition. You're not wanting to express yourself fully. You could be holding back. Could mean that as well. Next, we have the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands talks about victory, recognition, success, possible promotion, great news coming your way. And this also says to rise up and put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out in front of people. Be seen. Next, we have the World card. And the World card is fulfillment, harmony, success, completion, wholeness. This can also talk about travel, but it's usually most of the time overseas, and it's usually for a long period of time. So it could be upwards of 6 months, 9 months. This is like a completion of a major milestone in your life. You've come full circle. Next, we have the King of Wands in reverse, and this is impulsiveness, overbearing, impossible expectations. It says don't let success get to you. It could also be that you're not ready to be a leader. And another thing it brings up is embrace the concept of fellowship, be a part of the team. And this is a fire sign, so this could be Aries, Leo, or Sag, because this could be you sitting here, your energy. Next, we have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups in reverse talks about disappointment, moody, jealousy, lazy, not taking action. Needing to work on leadership skills, if I can talk next to each other like that. Talking about leadership skills. This could also be a creative project is emerging, but you're not ready to take action on it yet. And it says you need to ground your ideas. You may feel frustrated. You're not given a chance to dream or to create. And it could be the feeling of not getting anywhere. Or just not getting anywhere because you're not committed to something, or you're being lazy or slacking off. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is the apprenticeship card. This talks about passion, high standards, a new job, a money-making venture. And it can come from existing skills or new skills that you master. This could also be talking about going back to college or off to university. And this could just talk about you want a different career or a new way of life or just something different in general. Next, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups talks about contemplation or a lack of interest. This could also be don't miss an opportunity because you're stuck in this isolation thinking mode, processing, mulling things over. And it can say to you that the solution can be right in front of you. It's likely right in front of you. Maybe you just can't see it, or you're not wanting to see it because you're wrapped up again in your mind and your thoughts. This can also say to you that you need to check in emotionally before you decide something. So what I get here with everything, this Queen of Pentacles for the overall energy for the month, is I think it talks about inner conflict that you deal with, and you need to balance your life and your responsibilities and practice self-care and nurturing yourself on a personal level. And it could be somebody that you're dealing with. It could be that. But I get more of the feeling that it needs to be something to be dealt with personally. Like you're just needing to find balance between your work and your responsibilities and your life and nurture yourself a little bit better. Because I did pull a clarifier for that, and I got the Devil card. And this talks about those things of like bad habits, negative thoughts, addictions, whatever they be, pleasures, like they talk about the sins. It's things that hold you down and hold you back and causing personal enslavement. And that's why I think this has to do with negative thoughts or negative habits or negative patterns that are holding you down. Or it could be that you're smothering people. If you're in a boss position at work, or if somebody's over you, they could be smothering you in a way. And that's their bad habit that they need to work on. And it's causing you to feel restricted. But here with this Page of Wands is saying to you that I feel like there is some new energy that's coming in or some new ideas that are emerging, and you're not quite sure what to do with it or where to go, or you're kind of procrastinating a little bit and you're not really putting your efforts in the right direction. And it could be that you've dealt with some setbacks, or someone, could be this person that's dealt with setbacks, and you're indecisive about where to go now. It's kind of slowed you down. Could be that as well. And it's saying to you, if you're slacking off, or maybe you've gone through some kind of challenge or setback, and it's kind of put a dent in your optimism, it's saying here you're going to need to make plans, be methodical about it, stick to it, get that structure back, right? Because this is what he talks about, is having structure, having plans, having strategy, sticking to the tried and true method. And I did pull a clarifier for that, and I got the Knight of Pentacles. And this also, again, talks about hard work. You will get a positive outcome, but you need to make a plan and you need to stick to it step by step. And I think that's what it's saying here. Maybe you've gone through something and it kind of put a dent in you, and it's kind of made your motivation kind of slack off and back away, and you may have got a little lazy, or you're procrastinating or anything like that, or you're just not moving forward the way you need to be going, and you need to make a plan. You need to get strategic about things, make a plan, stick to it, and do it step by step. And you will have to put in the hard work, and you will have to gather all your resources together, and it may be to help through other people, in a group. But it's talking about having to have grit to get it done. And then when you get it done, you'll be able to step back and see, okay, I've got the initial stages going. I'm getting somewhere. I'm moving. We're bringing a lot more to the table now. I'm making a progress. And then next we have this judgment card. And with the judgment card, I was saying it could be a cause for you to level up, or it could be that you're purging certain things from your life, which were bad habits, because it's directly under this Page of Wands, which talks to me that procrastination or things that get in the way and it causes you to slack off, like I said, setbacks, challenges, obstacles that you face, can kind of, deflate your balloon a little bit. And it's like, purge that from you and get rid of it and let this end, and the change will come. And it will be better. You'll make a transformation. You're going to change it, and you're going to lead to something new. Something new is going to come about. And with this Ace of Cups in reverse, to me, with Ace of Cups in reverse, is you could just be holding back, or it's saying, again, practicing that self-love, taking care of yourself. And it could be that you're working on that creative block or that you've gone through, and you're getting it back on its feet and trying to figure a way to turn it upright again, so that you can not waste the opportunities the cup giveth. And it's, healing and dealing with yourself, and you've worked through this, and you're trying to make it better. And then you will have good news. Good news will come to you. And you've dealt with this, and you're trying to fix it. And then this new victory is coming in. It could be a possible promotion at work. It could be a sign that, something good's coming in, and you reach that sense of completion or wholeness that you've gone through. And it could even deal with your traveling somewhere. Maybe you've got to move up, or, like I said, that it could be a possible promotion, or it could just be recognition for your hard work that you've put in. You're getting things back together, getting things straight, fixing things, getting rid of the old way of doing things, and purging bad habits, and making those changes and those transitions that you need to make, and fixing this cup and dealing with that self-care and fixing these opportunities that you have, so this stuff is not being wasted. And you're working through those things. And you could be exploring a part of you, like I said. And then you have that recognition or that completion and that victory of, yeah, I've made it, okay? I've worked through this. And then here with this King of Wands in reverse, it could be dealing with someone else besides yourself. It could be dealing with a boss. Or it could just be that you've gotten back to work, you're getting things together, and maybe you need to know that even though now you've got back on your feet and you're ready to rock and roll, you can't be reckless and you can't have expectations to put upon other people. And maybe you're not ready for a leadership role yet, or maybe it's saying you need to rethink how you work with other people. And because next to this, it's like leadership skills. And it might not be you, it could be somebody that you're dealing with that needs to work on their leadership skills, or how you work with another person. And this could also be with the Knight of Cups here in reverse, about not taking action. Maybe reckless, or maybe you've got somewhere and then it's like this King of Wands. It could be somebody that's overbearing, or maybe you're overbearing upon other people because you expect. It could be not you slacking off. It could be something at work, like maybe something has kind of slacked off, like a group of people or people that you're working with at work. And it's like, okay, we got to figure out a plan. We got to put in the effort. We all got to work together. We got to fix whatever the problem was before, and it's got to change so that we can fix these certain things. And then you'll get that sense of change and victory and recognition about it, so you can reach this sense of completion. And you just have to be careful with the power you hold, if it's working with a group of people, or the power you hold when you work with things or with yourself. And you have to be careful how you lead people and do things, and how you take action. Because here it can be laziness again. Maybe you're dealing with somebody who's lazy at work, or maybe you're dealing with people that are slacking off, or maybe you get that sense again. It's like, okay, we need to fix this, and maybe I need to rethink strategies. Or maybe altogether, it could be that you feel smothered in a way by stuff that's going on at work, and it could be somebody like this that stays on top of you. It could be a boss or somebody that you work with that stays on top, and you feel smothered, and you feel this lack of creativity because you're not given the chance to rise up, and you're not getting anywhere, and you just feel stuck. And it's like, okay, I'm going to have to rethink how I'm going to go about this, or I might just need something different altogether in my life. And then you're going to contemplate it about what I want to do. How am I going to fix this? Am I willing to take on a new opportunity that's come away? You're thinking it through, working on it. This could be working on yourself. A lot of this talks about working on self. And it could be working on how you deal with somebody that's overbearing. Or it could be that you're overbearing boss at work, and you're working with a group of people, and you need to be careful how you relate to people and how you work with them, and know that you are not above them. Sometimes you have to remember fellowship, like I said, and know that if we're going to work at a team, I need to realize everybody brings something to the table, and everybody has talents. And we need to come together and work together as a team, which means I get my hands dirty just like you do. And that could be somebody, that could be you, or that could be somebody that you work with. And they need to learn to do that. It's coming together, working things out. And we're going to have to come up with a new way of doing it and mastering it. And we're really going to have high standards, and we're really going to put it together. And things are going to have to change. Things are going to have to be different. I'm going to have to work on these things. Or we're going to have to work on these things if it's a group. And then this is your planning, figuring out what I can do. How can I get to the solution? It's probably right in front of you. You need to figure it out. And it could just be internal conflict that you're dealing with, or conflict in a group. And I hope that helped, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know how things turned out. And do remember, this is a general reading, and it does not always resonate with everybody, and that's perfectly fine. But if you would like a private reading, please feel free to contact me, and check our Facebook and shop, and book you a private reading. All right, guys, until next time, I love you. Many blessings. Bye.